Narcissists are spiritual and physical parasites. Parasites, we know. Even on the physical level, you know that sometimes when you have the ringworms, they're going to start eating away your skin, laying eggs and stuff like that. And you're going to notice there's a very big patch on your body. So those are the ringworms. If you have got tapeworms, they're going to eat away the wall of your intestines, suck on your blood, and you're going to be struggling with the constipation. You'll be struggling with maybe sometimes diarrhea. You could be struggling with intestinal issues and gut issues and stuff until you're able to take the proper medication to remove those parasites out of your body. Any disease that you might have in your body or you have had in your body, it has been caused by a parasite. Is why they call them infections, because you have got parasites living inside of you and they're eating away, feeding off your body. That is exactly who a narcissist is. Those people, you might notice you are with those people and your health will decline. You no longer do the things you wanted to do. You used to have a lot of energy. You want to be going to the gym. All of a sudden, you are there sleeping. You are so tired. You have insomnia. You cannot sleep at night. You have brain fog. So a narcissist is a parasite. So a lot of times many people talk about energy vampires. Energy vampires are parasites, definitely, because for them to thrive and survive, they need to feed off of somebody else's life force to keep them moving and thriving and being able to do the things that they can always do on a regular basis. Without you, those parasites are dead. I know this from experience because one of the things you realize when you remove a narcissist out of your life, you're going to notice that those people, they can barely survive. And they may have all the resources. They could even have the money. They could have these big homes. They could have all this stuff going on for themselves, but they can barely survive because without your energy, they don't see anything around them. They don't see the cars they own. Sometimes you may find a narcissist who is very rich and you've left them for 2 months or a month, maybe sometime more. And you go to visit them in their homes and you're going to find them, everything is all over the place. They have not washed the dishes for the last 1 week. They have not showered for the last 1 month. They are smelling, the whole house is rotten. There's bugs everywhere. There's mice and rats running around the house. That is because without you, they do not feel they exist. A narcissist exists within another person. A narcissist cannot exist on their own. So they have to attach themselves onto a different vessel, code their energy into those people, and then they are going to start feeding, and the cycle will continue. Should there be anything or any case whereby they do not have anything going on, they don't have a vessel to feed off, that is going to be the end of the narcissist. They cannot recover from that. It is very vital to understand, ladies and gentlemen, for you to recover, you have to remove the parasite. Have you guys noticed that sometimes you have very good health? When you start those relationships or whatever, entanglements, situationships, you're doing well. You go to the gym, you work out, you're doing exercise, you're eating well, you're taking care of your body, you're watching the programs you want to watch, you're going to the places you want to go. The moment those narcissists enter your life, that's the end of it. It's just been a few months or maybe years down the road, all of a sudden, there's brain fog. You cannot remember even to make a meal. You wake up, you don't even know what time it is. There is things that are happening around you cannot even recognize. That is because you are around a parasite. What it feels like on an energetic level It feels like your body, you're not, that narcissist is eating away your body and soul. Bit by bit, but surely, they're eating you away physically because all of a sudden your health is gone. You're struggling health-wise. They're going to start eating away your money. Have you guys been with a narcissist and you've been working hard? Some of you guys even have been working full-time. You've been putting in the effort, but you don't barely recognize where the money is going. You went to the shop and now you're coming back and you're like, well, what did we do with the money? Something, you feel like something has eaten up your money. And you don't even know what, or let's say, for example, you give a narcissist your credit card. You know a lot of those narcissists, they're financial vampires as well. So you give them your credit card, and they're going to go to the shops, whatever, the malls, and they'll come back and you see $2,000 missing, and they cannot show you what they bought. You don't even know what they bought with that money. Maybe they show you something small, a funny item, and they told you this one I paid $1,500 for this. And you don't even recognize how a healthy mind will go and spend $1,000 on a very useless item. Have you guys been with a narcissist and you've seen the shelves in your homes? They are full of the food that you've not even eaten for 2-3 months. They bought that food 3 months ago. There are cans in there. They have stocked piles of food. Some of the food has even expired, has gone beyond the expiry date. And you can barely understand the reason as to why you bought those things. But for some reason, they went and bought things that they don't need. Your house is full of junk. That is because you're dealing with a parasite. Energetically, you're still dealing with a parasite because any interaction you have with a narcissist, by the time you finish that interaction, you are drained. You don't know why your energy has gone. You feel like something is going on with you. You don't understand what is happening. You feel like a certain part of you has been taken away from you. Even sometimes if you slept with a narcissist, you have seen at the end of that sexual intimacy, whatever, session, it has felt like you've been sleeping with a brick. There was not a soul in there. There was this body, but there was no attachment. There was no emotion. It was like you're feeling with something, an empty vessel. That is how it feels like when you sleep with a narcissist. That is because you are dealing with a parasite. It is very, very important for you guys to understand. Narcissistic abuse is real. It is rampant. It's an epidemic. You have got to understand and recognize when you ever see any form of, it doesn't even matter how small it looks like, 1-2 red flags, you're good to go. No need for explanation. No need to validate anything. You are good to go the moment you recognize and realize it is a narcissist you have been dealing with. Because before you understand it, that parasite is going to eat you away, eat away your body, your soul, and your spirit. And before you know it, it's going to be too late. So it's been an awareness video just to let you know that whatever it is you thought you was dealing with, father, mother, parent, friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, you was dealing with a parasite, not only on the physical level, but also on the spiritual level. Let us know what you think about the video, guys, in the comments below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll see you guys in my next one. Denzo Mos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.